Good afternoon, all, and thank you for joining us today for our 44th daily situation report at the NEOC. All of you, I want to thank all of you who have daily stayed committed to listening to the information that is being shared. Thank you. Let's address the issue of compliance. From all indications from the task force, they have seen an increase, in compliance by the business places. And this is done from the analysis of the data that has been provided. The percentages has increased in terms of business, the particulars that business are being asked to do. For example, the 6 feet distancing inside, it's being observed, the distancing at the checkpoints, the distancing markers on the outside, and also the wearing of face masks. We have seen that some liquors, the rum bars and so on, and those who are selling retail liquor, that also has been decreased as well based on what they have observed. And also, the personal hygiene protocols are being adhered to. I just want to remind the business places that are being visited over time, in particular if you use tape or if you use duct tape in particular and those soft markers, persons over time will walk on them and they will wear and tear. I'm asking you to continue to refresh these markers, and you can become creative and make them become creative, innovative, and make them attractive. And, that will be something nice for your customers. I want to acknowledge Mr. Barry Daniel, President of the Taxi Association, for donating 30 pounds of green bananas and 20 pounds of ripe plantain to the Cardin home. So thank you again, Mr. Barry Daniel. I think he's really passionate about his gardening, so he makes sure he shares. Today, Dr. Lars, myself, and Inspector Dickinson, along with the officers who are supporting the quarantining of our students that returned from Jamaica, would have met with them to discuss the way forward for them. Bearing in mind that it was almost 2 weeks ago, Thursday, that they would have arrived in the Federation. So Dr. Laws would have done an excellent job in prepping them and preparing them to be tested. So our students will be tested soonest and prepared for reintegration into our society. Tomorrow morning, we will be meeting again with all the faith-based leaders from St. Kitts and Nevis through the collaboration with the Christian Council and Evangelical Association. And this meeting will take place at the Antioch Baptist Church, and it will begin at 10:30 in the morning. We will also provide you with a Zoom link for those who want to join virtually. And this Zoom link can be accessed from Mr. Brian Dyer and Nevis, the director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, and also from us here at NEMA. So I will have that link ready for you in short order. Feel free to contact us. I also want to advise the general public that we are in the process of processing from the National Task Force perspective a request for 3 nationals from St. Kitts and Nevis to be repatriated to the Federation who are working on cruise ships. Since our borders have been closed, we have allowed nationals to return home and be quarantined and then reintegrated once they are okay, meaning negative. I want to advise all nationals in the diaspora and those who are also within close proximity to us that anyone seeking to repatriate to St. Kitts during our borders being closed should contact Ms. K. Bass, Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. She's also the chair of the Foreign Assistance Subcommittee in the National Emergency Operations Center. So all nationals in the diaspora who wish to repatriate to St. Kitts and Nevis should contact Ms. K. Bass, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. She will then guide you through the process of what you need to do to return to St. Kitts and Nevis. I just wish to highlight something because the task force would have brought to my attention a number of business places that are functioning outside the regulation. And I wish to bring this to your attention, in particular for educational and religious institutions. Section 9 of the regulation states that all religious and educational places of instruction or worship shall remain closed. Again, let me repeat. All religious and educational places of instructions or worship shall remain closed. I want to highlight the educational places. We are getting a lot of information that some daycare centers and also some preschools have been operating. Early childhood has not informed us that they have allowed these institutions, whether private or public, to open. Again, I am appealing to owners of these businesses, may I say, or enterprises, to please cease and desist from these operations, as it's contrary to the Emergency Powers Act, Regulations 16 of 2020. So please consult with early childhood if you have any further queries. I also want to highlight one more thing when it speaks to restriction of international travel. Again, the Office of the NDC keeps getting a lot of questions and queries about an item that is circulating. We spoke to it already, and I will speak to it for the last time. The regulation states the restriction on international travel, for Section 11, for the purpose of preventing, controlling, and suppressing the spread of novel coronavirus or COVID-19 with immediate effect, except with the prior written permission of airports authorities. All airports, including private airports and fixed base operations, shall be closed to incoming international flights. B, all seaports shall be closed to region and international seafaring and private boating. And C, a visitor shall not be permitted to enter and disembark for any reason, including transiting through St. Christopher and Nevis. And I wish to leave it there. Our borders are closed. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to your questions.